I'm the Book Baron. Welcome in, everybody. So, I've already recorded this intro, but somebody forgot to plug in their mic, so we're doing it again. So, today I am filming Do Not Eat My Tulips. Kevin's trying to eat my tulips. You know what? Okay, I thought it looked junky having these up top, but I think we're just gonna have to do that. We're already off track. Hi! Today, what are we doing? I need to clean up my TBR, like really bad. The one on Goodreads in particular, because I think last time when I checked in with you and I was like, oh my God, I really need to clean it up. I had 499 books on it and it's gotten worse. Here's the thing. I really need to clean it up so that it can be more of a curated place. So when I go to pick my TBRs, it's actually books I'm interested in. Some of these books are just older books that I added back when I had different interests and different tastes or was prioritizing different types of books. Some of this, I just saw it and I was like, that cover's pretty, and I put it on my TBR. I gotta get those out and figure out what I'm actually interested in. Some of these books I don't know a darn thing about, and then I see them on my TBR and I'm like, nice to meet you. How'd you get here again? Needless to say, I'm gonna try and get through as much of my TBR as we possibly can on Goodreads and see how much we can clean up in one sitting. Because it's such a high volume, I don't know how much I'm gonna get through. So I'm gonna start with the ones that were least most recently. I don't know how to phrase this. My brain is fried. Work is a lot right now. We're gonna start from the back. There we go. That's a good word. We're gonna start from the back of the TBR and we're gonna work our way up and see just how much we can get through. Without further ado, I'm gonna get my usual setup. I'm gonna screen share my Goodreads account with you and we are gonna eliminate some of these bad boys. A lot of these bad boys, hopefully. Oh, look at this sweet thing with stars in her eyes and hopes and dreams in her heart. Yeah, so we had mic issues. I had mic issues throughout this entire video. First off, there's this weird background noise. I think my mic and my mouse were too close together, so it was picking up my clicking and scrolling. The other issue is that at random times, it just decides to cut out and get a little bit choppy. I did my very best to cut around or eliminate those sections and still keep as much of my commentary intact as possible, but there's gonna be some spots where it gets a little bit spicy, it gets a little bit funky. So I'm really sorry about that, but I didn't want to scrap this video because there's literally no way for me to refilm it. This was a one-shot wonder, so we're working with what we got. So hopefully my editing magic skills have made this tolerable to watch. I'm really selling this, aren't I? Anyways, without further ado, I hope the audio issues don't bother you, and let's get into the video. All right, and I'm back. I have got my Goodreads pulled up here. So since I last talked to you, I have since added 15 books to my TBR. What I did is I sorted them by the oldest first, and it looks like the last time roughly that I went through this and or cleared this off was sometime around 2 years ago. I don't know what's going to be on this list, just to be like fully transparent. I mean, there's 500 books. How could I possibly know? There also might be some authors that I've put in timeout that are on this list. I'm going to kind of gloss over those ones because honestly, I don't have the time or energy to talk about it. You can find out potentially by doing a little Google search if you don't already know. Let's just start going through these bad boys. The first one is Carrie Lake Nightshade. I'm gonna be honest, this is one that I'm like, if I get to it, great. If not, I guess that's okay too. I recently canceled my Audible subscription and that was the way that I was gonna consume this book and I just never got around to it before I canceled. I think I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one. The Brit, I am going to keep on there. I found it on Hoopla. If I would have had to physically read this with my eyeball holes, I would not have kept it on here. Next up is From Lukov with Love with Mariana Zapata. That's staying on here 100%. I love Mariana. I just bought the audiobook for this, so I think that's the way I'm going to read it. I have a hard time with her books because they're long and tend to require some commitment. Like the first 30% I usually think of as like a bit of a slog, and then it gets so good. I just haven't been mentally in a place to really like consume one of her books and enjoy it. That one's staying on. Phantom is staying on. That's a priority read for this year. This one I struggle with. Our Scarlet doesn't write anymore. I have this on my TBR just in case she decides to publish again. I just don't think that's gonna happen. It's been years since she's been active. I think I'm gonna remove this because no, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Next up, Persepolis. This is one of those Greek names that I'm probably saying wrong because it's like Persephone looks like Persephone, so no judgment. I still want to read the Expanse series. It's one of my favorite sci-fi series. Again, big ol' thick books. and I just haven't had the time or patience to really just like sit and slog through a sci-fi book. Plus, honestly, at this point, I probably need a recap because it's been like 2 years since I read the last book, but I was like burning through these books back in the day. Next up, Keep Her Safe by QB Tyler. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one. I'm interested in other QB Tyler books, but I'm gonna be honest, the bodyguard trope, I don't really care. All right, next up we have Rouge. Okay, so because we've got Phantom on here, I don't think I need the second book in a series on my list. Because You Said by Salem and Egan. Loved the, what is that called? Below the Pulse duet. So leaving that on. Jamin Eve, Broken Wings. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what this is. I know I like Jamin Eve when she co-wrote the Boys of Belrose series with Tate James, but other than that, I haven't really read anything of hers. Brittany C. Cherry, Disgrace. I don't really seem to get along with Brittany C. Cherry's books. Her romances tend to feel very soft in a way that kind of comes off either rom-com-y or corny to me, and I haven't found one of her books that I really love, so it's not an author that I'm prioritizing. Liza James, love her, leaving that on. Frosted and Faded. Faded I don't think is a completed series, so that'll probably remain on here for a while. This one's coming off because we're in timeout. We're getting some of these off here. Ink You Bastard. Ooh, I might have to bleep that. I don't know if I can say that on the internet. I love Charity B. That's staying on. Folie à Deux. I heard a lot about this and then I haven't heard anything about it since. And I think it's White Shoes. I'm really, really picky with my White Shoes. So we're going to remove that one. Dolly, I have a physical copy of, so I do want to read that. And it's a priority read for this year. The Bad Guy by Celia Aaron. So I already attempted to read this. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm going to leave this on here for now because I love Celia Aaron, but that's one that could come off. C. Lamari? Swan Song. I don't even know what this is, to be honest. I don't know what this is or why I even added it. I mean, other than maybe Ballerina and It's Dark. I think I'm going to remove it. Oh, this is one thing that I'll say. If I remove a book off of here and you think I should keep it on my TBR because you think it's like my taste or you love it and really think that I should read it, just like let me know, because the nice thing about TBRs is if I add it back to my TBR, then I can prioritize it better and know that someone can vouch for the book. Getting rid of that one. Let's also get rid of this one because I do have the first book in the series. Actually, back in October, Lynn from Lynn's Romance Library and I were supposed to do a buddy read of that book. And honestly, I'm kind of saving it for next October and hoping that that buddy read works out better. I was just so busy during October. It just didn't work. I didn't plan right. I was so embarrassed. I was like, yeah, let's start our buddy read. And then I was like, oh, but I fly to Japan in like 3 days. Do you think we can get it done? The answer was no. It's a thick book. Okay, Captive in the Dark by CJ Roberts. I feel like, oh yes, I started doing this and I'm very proud of myself. I started tagging books that my subscribers recommend to me. So that is oh my God, I can't talk. This is a subscriber recommendation. So I'm leaving that on here. I think this is also kind of one of those like classic dark romances. This is on the older side, if I remember correctly. Unbreak My Heart. I've heard phenomenal things about this book. That's staying on here for when I really need a tearjerker. KV Rose, These Monstrous Ties is staying on there. J.M. Darhauer, Menace. This is staying on here. I think the audio for this is on Hoopla, so I'll probably read it that way, but I have heard multiple people highly recommend this, which is so funny because it's not like a beloved darling, but more underground faves that everyone just seems to have read. All right, Song of Tenebrae. I don't think that's right. Second book in the Sacrificial Lamb series. I did start reading this actually not that long ago when I was looking for like Secret Society cult book. Wasn't holding my attention at the time, but I do want to get to it. Bricks by Brooke O'Brien. I think I own a digital copy of this book, and I originally wanted to read this because it was Stepbrother, and it is shorter. I'll probably leave it. All right, Jewel E. Ann. You know what's funny? I haven't read anything from Jewel E. Ann. It's so clunky to say her name. I'll probably leave Transcend on here. I don't know if that's the book that I would go for of hers, though. That's fine. Okay, Pack of Blood and Lies. Olivia Wildstein. I think I'm going to remove this. I read another book of hers, liked it, but I never continued on with the series, so I didn't like it that much. So it may pop back on here. Bloody Union. This is one that I've always been kind of curious about. It's on the shorter side, and it's a mafia romance, so it might be one that I just kind of test out. And again, I think is this on Hoopla? This might be on Hoopla. Okay, Maria Louise, Blood Duet. It's probably a mafia duet. I just don't tend to love duets because typically they have stupid cliffhangers. Okay, TK Lee, Wicked Games. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what this is. I don't think this looks like my cup of tea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove this one as well. I don't really know what it is. Okay. Sick of scrolling back down. Okay, Sky Warren, private property, definitely staying on the list. I have a copy of this. I think it's like free wide, or it was at one point, and I think this is also on Hoopla. Good chance of getting to it. Okay. Brother by Anya Alborn. This one I am going to nix. This was when I was in a huge horror romance phase, and I have since grown out of it. I definitely still like to do one every once in a while, but I was getting a lot of it just feels like crazy for the sake of shock value. So I think I'm going to take this one off. And I think right now, honestly, we're hitting a batch of books that were added around the time of Halloween. Another book by Misha Stone, taken by him. I'm gonna see how Dolly goes, and if I like more of her stuff, then I'll add more of her stuff back in. All right, Scream for Us by Molly Doyle. Hope that's how you say that last name. That's fine. If I feel like reading it around Halloween, I'm sure I will find it again. All right, His by Aubrey Dark. Still interested in this one. The ratings on it aren't super great, but it's short, and I think this is one that leans more horror romance as well, that I am still kind of interested in. Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. Still interested in that one. It is a wide choose for when I'm in the mood for it, and I own this book, so it's definitely one that I still want to get to. All right, Skeleton Society by Marie Maravilla. I think I'm going to remove this one. I can't say that I have a ton of interest in it. I don't really know what the book was. I just remember seeing it everywhere on Instagram. Illusions of Evil by Lily White. Lily White is my queen when it comes to dark romance, so she's going to stay on there. Bloodshed, The Order of the Unseen. Okay, this sounds hella up my alley. Oh no. And then it didn't. Okay, so let's remove that one. Because there's nothing that I hate more than thinking that a book sounds like it's going to be Secret Society cult and then finding out it's a white shoes. Drives me bonkers. Okay, Prisoners by Annika Martin, leaving that on. Bared Betrayals. I don't know what this is. I haven't really heard of Bella J, to be honest, or J Bella. AJ Merlin. I have not had good luck with their work. I had a reading vlog that went real south. I still remember the girl was just like so obsessed with Lunchables and she just couldn't shut up about it. Lunchables isn't a personality. Hell House by Dakota Wild. Yeah, I'll leave that one on there. I feel like I hear whispers of it every once in a while. We'll leave it on there. Roxy Sloan. What are you? Dark Academia, College Mystery. How did you get on my TBR? This doesn't give me enough information. Ratings are decent. I'm just gonna remove it. Honestly, I haven't seen this title enough or that author enough for me to really be like excited about it. And it's not like underground enough where I'm like, ooh, maybe I found a hidden gem kind of a deal. All right, scrolling down. The Lazarus by Marlo Blocker. I did attempt to read this already. It's like a superhero, or actually it's like a super villain. So I am still interested in this one. And I know there's supposed to be more coming out in this series, but the author's kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus. So we'll see there. All right. India R. Adams. I don't think this book, Omen of Souls, I think this series, coming in 2023. I remember putting this on a TBR, doing so much background research because it was hard to pull stuff together, and then like struggling to find out when it was actually getting published. So I'm going to remove this. There's another one by Eliza James that was supposed to be in that series, Trinity Falls. I will re-add them if they re-announce them, but at this point, I don't think that series is coming out. We're in timeout. Okay. Oh, okay. EJ Campbell. I think this one, Forget Me Twice. I think this is a why choose. Yup, which is why I haven't gotten to it. I'm going to remove this one. I just saw the next one. Where'd you go? Opium Skies. Sam Radcliffe. Nikki from Nikki and Bookland recommends this to me regularly. Whenever I'm looking for something like dramatic, and I think it centers around addiction. So it's something I desperately want to get to, and I still haven't gotten to it because it's been buried. Little Dove by Lila Frost. I don't know what this is. To be honest, almost 20,000 people have reviewed this, and I don't know who this author is or this book. So to me, that suggests two different things. Either one, it blew up on TikTok, and I don't trust those recommendations at all. Steer me wrong every time. Or it's an older book, and sometimes older books are hit and miss. So I'm suspecting it's one of those two, and either way, probably not my cup of tea. All right, Eden Emery. I do have interest in other books from them, but Hide and Seek is not one of them. I think this was another Halloween ad. Same with Wickedly Sweet. Yeah. I think at one point I had the idea to do a Halloween novella, 24 hours reading, because my husband was out of town. And I was like, oh, I'll just like stay up for 24 hours and read a bunch of Halloween novellas and see how many I can read. I'm going to be honest, I scrapped that idea mostly because I need sleep because I'm old. Okay. Lola and the Millionaires. I don't really have a ton of interest in that series. I got the recommendation from somebody that has wildly different taste than me. And I think that I took it at the time because I didn't know where to start with. What is that called? Omegaverse. But I know now, and I'm kind of like, that's not necessarily one that I would personally pick for myself. Harper Ashley, No Place to Hide. I don't really care. Moving on. Verglass, AV Rose, that's staying on until August. This looks way too soft for me. I'm just going to eliminate it based on that alone. Release by Ali Martinez. That can stay on there. I like her. Shayla Black, Tempt Me with Darkness. I think I was looking for some vampire romances. I didn't obviously read that one. The Devil Tainted Us. Okay. I am a little bit curious. Ooh, that rating is not good. I'll maybe leave that one on. It does intrigue me, even though it's got kind of crap ratings. House of Dragons by Caitlin. I'm going to be honest, I think that's why I don't need to read that. Corrupt Shadows by Rebecca L. Garcia. Don't know what this is. The Stars Are on Her Side by Jennifer Hartman. I have kind of a hit and miss relationship with Jennifer Hartman. She does really great emotional books, but sometimes I fail to connect with her characters, and then it just kind of feels like overwrought. I'm going to remove this one because this is not one of hers that I'm really interested in. All right. So then we got Take You Down by McKay Marie. I'm going to leave that on here. I'm hoping I'll get to that at some point. I'm not a huge Rockstar fan, but I did want to support her. I'm hoping when I'm in like kind of a Rockstar mood, I'll get to this. I feel bad that I really... Ugh. I had a Target package. All right, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what I was saying. I do want to support her books. I feel bad that I haven't read anything from her yet. That's the curse of being a mood reader. Madison Fox, Good Game. I'm going to be honest, I actually don't have a ton of interest in this book. I think I added it because I wanted to be supportive, but if I'm being really, truly honest with myself, I just don't think that I actually want to read this. And maybe in the future I will. Vile Boys, AJ Merlin, again, haven't had good luck, and I can tell based on that cover, that's why I choose. Next up, Music Lights and Never Afters by C.L. Matthews. I haven't read anything by C.L. Matthews, but Nikki always recommends them to me and tells me how much I would love their books and that I need to read them. That is an author I want to get to. Again, these get buried and then I forget about them. Wicked, I think this is another Nikki recommendation. In fact, I think she re-recommended both of these books to me very recently. So I need to prioritize those. Sorry, Nikki. See here, The Cult by Penelope Sky. This I still want to read. I don't think that this is truly a romance. I think it's more of like a thriller, but I do want to read this one still because, cults. Jessie Walker, Little Bird Lost. Jessie Walker scares me, but that is one that I still want to read. And I don't know how this connects in with some of her other books. I have to figure out a reading order for her. All right, Whispers and the Roars. Kay Webster, still interested in that one. Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. This one I am still interested in. This is one that I've been the most interested in based on Carrie Lake's backlist. Merciless by Tracy Lorraine. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this is, and I don't think I have any interest. I'm gonna rapid fire these three at the bottom. Okay, Raw by Belle Aurora. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this is. I don't have a ton of interest. The Game, another one, I don't really know what this is. So I think I'm gonna get rid of those two. Ruin, I also think I might get rid of. I do have a lot of interest in reading this author, Kale Taylor Lane, but I think there's a different book that I want to read of theirs first. So I'm just going to get rid of all those. All right, the next three I definitely have interested in. I definitely have interested in. Good for you, girl. This one, A.A. Dark, I've been so curious about this author. I've heard, again, this reads more horror-mance, so it's been one that I'm like rarely in that mood, but definitely one that I'm kind of saving for when I am in that mood. Ethereally Tainted by Rainalyn. Still interested in this one. I think the trilogy or duet just got finished. I was gonna say recently, but I've found out recently I have absolutely zero concept of time, so it's probably not recent. Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorina is on my priority reads for this year. And I own the book, so definitely still interested. Bloodmate, still interested. That's by Kitty Thomas. Dare to Break by L. Ann. Churchill Bradley Academy. What is this? You know what? This actually sounds kind of good. I might leave that one. I don't know a thing about it, but it looks good. And I really like that cover. All right, next up, Jamie Roberts. I'm a creep. What is this? What did I add? Oh no, this one sounds like it's gonna be real dark. Okay, shelved by other people. Jen from the Book Refuge also wants to read it. To be honest, I don't know what this is about. I kind of want to remove it, but the title does make me giggle. Well, I think I'm gonna remove it though. Stealing the Troll's Heart. I'm gonna remove this. I don't know what this is or why I added it. The Danger You Know by Lily White. Leaving, love her. AJ Merlin again. Have not had good luck with their stuff. Removing them. Rush by Emma Scott. Love Emma Scott. Definitely will keep her on here. All right, the next two are from the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. So I burned through the first 3 books. Hey, so it's me popping in to let you know, remember those audio issues that I talked about in the intro? Yeah, they're about to come a calling because I couldn't edit around them in this case. So, really sorry for your ear holes, but it should be over soon. This section is not that long. So sorry, folks. But I remember feeling like after I got through book 3 that I was like, I kind of got what I wanted out of the story. And I didn't really feel that compelled to continue on. So I think I'm going to remove the rest of these books. They're chunky. I would have to go back and reread because I think I read first books like in 2022 or 2021. I just don't think I'm going to get back around to them. I'm also going to remove A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. I hear super mixed things about it. It's really fallen off my radar. I'm not a big super like fantasy fae type person, and I think this is one of those books. Also going to remove Morrow by Trisha Wolfe. Mostly because I don't know what the heck this is about or why it got on my list. I'm going to remove all of those real quick. Just found out there's a batch edit function and this is making my life so much easier. Kennedy Ryan, I can read like one of her books a year because she destroys me emotionally. Honestly, I just haven't been in a place to read her books because life has been painful. Bloody Tainted Lies, I'm not interested in. Love Shea Ruby. Love some of her older books. This was not one that was really exciting me. Make Me Hate You. It's Candy Steiner. I'll leave her on here. Heart of Smoke. Oh, this is a 3rd book in a series. I'm going to remove that one because I think there's probably other books I need to read first. Hellfire by Muriel Omeroy. I still want to read that one. Harper L. Woods, What Sleeps in the Cove, has yet to release still or is releasing soon. Unclear. I don't know. It's been pushed back so many times. She tried to Nora Roberts and she was not successful. Sorry if you can hear background noise. A huge rainstorm rolled in and it is really windy. So that's kind of rough. All right. Now you might be asking yourself, doth this be a freeze frame? 'Tis no, but for some reason my video froze and my mic stopped working. All I'm saying during this clip is I'm leaving the A.L. Woods books on there because I haven't read anything from them. Very, very interested. Leaving on Always Been You by QB Tyler. I've been wanting to read that one forever. I am removing the A Wolf in the Garden by Allegra Hall. I just don't know how that ended up on my TBR. And then I tried to figure out how to delete books in batch edit style. And hopefully my audio comes back on very shortly because I'll be honest, I can't keep up with what I am doing. All right, let's get back to it. I had to cut a bunch of that out because the batch editing wasn't working there for a second. So sorry for the delay. All right. Jack Whitney, Madness. Haven't been in a rockstar mood a ton. Not super interested. Wraith King. Yes. I was so excited for this book. I know I think the release on this got pushed a couple times, but this cover is to die for. All right. Captive, subscriber recommended. I will still keep that on if you dare. Don't know what this is. Gonna remove it. Once Your Mind by Morgan Bridges. Ah, yes. And then my audio cut out once more. So I got rid of Once Your Mind by Morgan Bridges because I think it was probably one of those books that was popular because of TikTok and I haven't heard anything about it. Then I started talking about this Nalini Singh book that I added because I was going to do a vlog about rugby romances. And oh, my mic's coming back. Okay, back to usual me. A vlog about former rugby player reads rugby romances. There's so many now. My sister just sent one to me that was based on Alona Meyer. That sounds way better. And I don't know that I need to read this one in particular. I think it was just one of the first ones that I had seen and it kind of made me excited. The Lovely Return by Carrie Ann Cole, still very interested in that one. That has to do with reincarnation. That fascinates me. That concept fascinates me so much. Then we have Lot 62. Still need to read that. I just haven't continued on in that series. That's terrible. I even own a special edition of that. Screaming in the Silence. I feel like someone recommended this to me. I feel like this is a subscriber recommendation. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to add that actually. I think that this is an old captive. Except we have Heresy by Lily White. I'm going to leave that one on there. Laura Kenborn. Blurred Red Lines. Don't know what this is. I'm going to remove it. And then we have Binti. I think I'm going to leave this one. I think this is just a novella. I think I might even own that. The Forsaken King by Penelope Barsetti. I don't have a ton of interest in this one. I think I'm going to remove that bad boy. Same with Sweet Girl by Jack Whitney. It's a Valentine's novella if anyone's interested. Bodies Between Us by E.J. Campbell. I'm going to remove that one. 0 ratings. 0. I don't think that got released. Candace Wondrak. Also going to remove Shadowed Hearts. I think I was thinking about buying a special edition, and why would I read a book just to see if I wanted to buy a special edition? Silly. Next up, we have Enslaved by Marissa Honeycutt. This is The Life of Anna Duet. That is staying on here. I was like, for a second, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it sounds like my speed. Yes, I've heard wild things about that series. Oh no. Okay. Going into batch edit mode. We're going to get rid of a couple that are in time out. Born Darkly by Trisha Wolfe. There are 2 authors that have very similar names, and I can't remember which one I actually don't like their work, so I'm just going to remove it. Because I probably won't pick it up based on that name. Say Yes by Candy Steiner. It's Candy Steiner. It's going to stay on here. Maestro by Auden Dar. Just got the audiobook. Boyer by Cam Mixon. I think a subscriber recommended this one. That one I'm going to leave. Toxic Love by Jagger Cole. I've always been curious about doing a reading vlog of male romance authors just to see how they stack up. I haven't gotten around to it, so that one I might still do. Stalked by Eva Marks. I don't know what this is. Don't know why I added it. 12 Days of Smutmas. Okay, this I added. I actually gave it away as a gift, so I'm going to remove that one, but it has a really cool special edition of it. Dearly Beloved by Amelia Wild. I don't know what this is. Through the Pain by C.A. Renee. I'm probably going to remove this one as well. It's about like a high school boxer gal, which at one point I was really kind of curious about, but I just, Corrupting Violet. I've heard kind of mixed things about this author, to be honest, so remove them. When She Loves by Gabrielle Sands. Okay, this is an author. I think she does mafia romances. I'm very interested, so I would like to keep them on. Heart of Wrath. I don't know what this is. Kanitha. Falling Off the Cliff, Full Throttle. Don't know what this is. Harley Beck, Sinister Legacy. Oh, I don't know. I'm interested in Harley Beck. I don't know if that's where I want to start is with Sinister Legacy is the only thing. I'm going to leave it on there for now. I reserve the right to remove it later. Into the Gray by B.B. Reed. I feel like this one might be dystopian, so I'm going to leave that one. Alter Arlo is dystopian. Definitely leaving that. Brutal Obsession by S. Mastery. That's staying on there. I like S. Mastery. She's like unhinged dark, but you know what? It's fun. All right. How am I doing? 455 books still on this. I feel like I've eliminated nothing, but I've made actually really good progress. That's like 50 books that I've taken off. All right, moving along. Okay, Revenge Era by Brittany Nicole. Don't know what this is. Not loving the cover either. Beautiful Lies by Paula Dombroviak. I'm going to leave that one on here. I feel like Cynthia and Nikki read that one and loved it. Pepper Winters, Fable of Happiness. I'm going to leave that one on here. I definitely want to read more from Pepper Winters. Lee Rivers, Insatiable. Yeah, that's staying on there. That's one that I've been so curious about and I get recommended frequently and I just haven't gotten around to. Marie Anne Creep. I love Marie Anne. I think she might be back to writing, so might feel a little bit more confident starting to like eat up some of her backlist now that I know that maybe possibly someday some things might be coming. Unlucky 13, Broken by Andy Jackson. I don't have any interest in this, I'll be honest. Holocaust is on my Kindle actively. This is by Quill Carter. Big old chunky boy, so that's why I've been a little bit intimidated. Rain by A.L. Woods. I think I need to get to some of the other books by this author first, so let's eliminate this one, and then hopefully I'll get to like Lies and the other books that are on my list as well. My name is Trist. I think I'm going to remove this one. I had downloaded this one and then I found out that it doesn't have an HEA and I just don't know after reading the non-HEA book by Nina G. Jones, and I love her. I don't know if I can really handle that. So I think I'm going to remove that one. And Hush by Eliza James is staying on there because it's Eliza James and I love her. Just refresh this page. I keep eliminating so many that I have to refresh the page so that it pulls in the new books. I keep accidentally missing like batches at the bottom and having to go back. Okay, so Nothing Above by A. Marie. What is this? Ooh, that's a very intense cover model. This doesn't really tell me much about the book, to be honest. Nope. Couple of people I follow and are friends with have read this. Cheyenne DNF'd it. My gal at Brave Reads. Yeah, only 3.5 stars, so I feel okay getting rid of that one. Paint My Lies. Be honest, don't know what this is. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. Bound and Barbed, I don't have any interest in. Taming Serafina, I'm still kind of interested in. It is called the Morally Black series, and that just sounds like fun. Next up, we have The Blood of Doves by Melissa McSherry. Don't know what this is. Emma Creed, Lost Souls. I think I'm going to eliminate that one too. The Trick by NJ Weeks. I think I might get rid of that one too. I'm just going to get rid of those 3. I don't really know anything about those books. It was probably added because I saw it on my Instagram feed at some point, and I just don't really have desire to read those bad boys. All right, Be My Sinner, Brotherhood of the Sacrament. Okay, this cover I remember looking really wild. I think this has to do with a cult. It is Why Choose. I'll leave it on here because you never know when a wild hair strikes me. Unstoppable by K.A. Knight. I don't know anything about this. I'll get rid of this one because it's Why Choose, and I don't know that author. To Bleed a Crystal Bloom by Sarah A. Parker. That is staying on here ever since reading When the Moon Hatched. I'm like, very curious. Caging Liberty is staying on there. I feel like I got that free through like a Stuff Your Kindle Day or something. All right, No Place for Devils by Santana Knox. I'm going to remove this one because I honestly don't know that much about it. Not super into Motorcycle Club books I'm finding, so let's get rid of that one. Oh, the Off Balance series. I do still need to get to this. Oh my gosh, you guys, we've almost made it through all of the books I've added in 2023. This is feeling good. That's staying. The Thief and the Painter by Candace Clark. Okay, this one is on my Kindle and I keep downloading it and I'm so curious about it. You know when you hear someone describe a book and you get that feeling in your body where like, oh, I'm gonna love that book? This is one that does that for me. So that one's staying on here. The Boy in His Ribbon by Pepper Winters. It's Pepper Winters. It's staying on here. Credence by Penelope Douglas. This one I have physically and I do still want to read, mostly because I think it's on my sister's TBR as well. Next up, The Ties That Bind Us by Eden Rose. There's certainly a salacious little cover. Yeah, I think that's going to stay on here. Oh, Eden Rose is the same as Eden Emery. Well, this is for sure staying on here. She writes really phenomenal sapphic stuff. Entangled by Harley Beck. Okay, I left the other book on there. I think I'm going to eliminate this one because I don't really know that much about this one in comparison to the other one that's on my TBR. Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. I feel like I missed the boat on this one. Like, I know a lot of people really love it, but I feel like it's too late for me at this point. I think I'm going to remove it. Captive, I mean, based on the name alone, probably going to leave it. Always Magnolia. That's a beautiful cover. What are you? Why Choose? We're getting rid of you. Let's double check Captive now. Is this a Why Choose as well? Young adult? Hold on. Why is this in another language? Is this French? I took Spanish in high school, so I have no idea. Is this a French book? Hold on. Oh, yup. This is hella French. This, see, this is what I mean. I clearly did zero research into this book. That has to come off. I was gonna leave that. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Okay. Into Their Woods. I think I'm gonna eliminate this one. That one's also a Why Choose. Not a big interest in that one, to be honest. I think I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon here. Maybe we'll make this our last page. I've already eliminated almost 100 books, so I actually feel really good about this. And we can always do a part 2 and start off with wherever I leave off. All right, Tattered Bodies by Shea Ruby. Leaving that on here. I will get to this someday. My heart's not ready for that series to be done, and so I choose not to finish it. Plus, it just took such a tone change in book 2 that it's a little hard to want to jump into book 3. But that's still, I consider that a favorite series. Like Shattered Hearts, So good. Afterlife by Stephanie Hudson. Okay, I added a ton of her stuff because I believe Cynthia from Kindle After Dark recommended her to me because she was like, she gives hella Twilight vibes. Or Jessie Walker, she can stay on here. Luca by Greg Huffington. Okay, you can stay on here. He's looking really good. Omega Revenge by N. Slater. This is another one that I think was recommended by Cynthia. Juniper Unraveling by Carrie Lake. I think this one is dystopian and someone told me to read this one. I definitely thought it was time travel for some reason. Don't ask me why. That's staying on here. Ripple Effect. I've been so curious about this one because she pulled it. So I want to read it specifically for that reason. Chantal Davis by First Sight. Okay, Chantal Davis, I think, wrote King as well. And that is a phenomenal novella if you like dark romance. I can't believe how much she packed into such little page length. The Summer You Found Me by Elizabeth O'Rourke. I need to finish this series. I will finish this series. I'm going to do it. Alpha Salvation by Marlo Roy. That's going to be a no. I don't know what this is. This cover's not doing it for me. Okay, Better Run by Alina May. Better Run. I think actually this is a Halloween duet. I think I'm going to eliminate this one. I think that's like primal play type of thing. And that's not really something that, like, I was going to say juggles my jollies, but I just don't think that that's a phrase that people say. CM Stunnage. I think this is why I choose as well. Let's get rid of this. Sweet Girl. I swear I already eliminated this book. Let's get rid of that one again. Corrupted by You. I don't know what this is. I'm going to get rid of it. Nothing is Free. Drea Wells. Also don't know what this is. I'm going to get rid of it. Don't know what this is. Again, I think I added this one because Rugby. I'm going so out of order on this list. No Small Sin. I've heard this is unhinged. I think, again, it was one of those that I was going to read to see if I wanted to order a special edition. I'm over special editions. I didn't really have any interest in that book. Let's get rid of it. Give Me Peace by Cam Harper. What is this? Oh, well, I choose. We're just going to get rid of that bad boy right here, right now. Scrolling back down. Fragmented Illusions by Marie Ann. Staying on here. Love her. Leaving that one. Dollhouse by Kyla Faye. Where are you? God damn it. What is with me and adding why choose books in here? I know I won't pick them up. Camera Shy, I am still interested in. I don't know much about it, but I see it a lot on Instagram, so I feel like that'll stay on my radar. My Kind of Monster, this one was banned by somebody, probably Amazon. The Society Trilogy by Natasha Knight, I don't know what this is. I'm getting rid of that. King of Masters by Bryn Ford. I'm not ready for this series to be done either. This is technically a standalone that's like associated with the main trilogy, so that one's definitely staying on there. I just haven't gotten around to it. Again, not ready. My heart's not ready for it to be over. Oh, Inheritance. I DNF'd this book, so this is actually on the wrong shelf. Once a Myth is staying on here. The Goddess Isle, I think I own a special edition of this entire series. Twisted Sorcery is number 100, and that's staying on there because this is a queer vampire fantasy. That's staying on there. All right, so I have gone through everything from 2023 that I added to my TBR. I have eliminated almost exactly 100 books. That feels so good. So I didn't make it that far. I'm on page 6 of 21 in my TBR. If you would like me to do a part 2 to this, I'm more than happy to. I'm gonna have so much to edit as it is. So I'm gonna cut myself off here. And don't forget to comment below and let me know if there's any books that you saw on here that you feel like I definitely need to add back to my TBR because you think they're right up my alley. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like this video if you did end up liking it. Subscribe if you want more content from me. I really, really hope I see you on my next video. Bye-bye.